Hi there, I'm Greg Batista in sunny Florida, here to pour knowledge into your cup like bottomless coffee, and talk about your building's steel framing system for your building safety or milestone inspection. For more information, request proposals, obtain free books, and more, go to my website at askgbatista.com. We're going to talk about something that's absolutely essential to many buildings: steel framing systems. Now, if you think steel framing is just a bunch of metal beams holding things up, you're on the right track. But there's a lot more to it than just that. So let's dive in and explore what makes these systems so important and how to keep them in top shape. First off, what exactly is a steel framing system? In simple terms, it's the skeleton of the building, and it's made out of steel. Just like how your bones keep us standing tall, and the steel framing keeps the building strong and stable. So let's do this. Let's break it down a little bit more. One of the most common types is pre-engineered metal buildings. These are often used in warehouses, industrial facilities, and even some commercial buildings. They often look like this. They're like the assembly line of construction. Everything is designed and fabricated off-site. Then it's assembled quickly on location. It's efficient, it's strong, and can be customized to fit a variety of needs. These structures are known for their durability and their flexibility. But they're not invincible. Inspectors will look at the connections, and the condition of the steel members, and any signs of stress or movement in the structure. Next up, we've got elevator sheave beams. These are critical components found in buildings with elevators. The sheave beam is essentially what holds up the elevator system, and it's like the muscle behind the lift. If there's an issue with this beam, it could lead to serious safety concerns. During an inspection, the condition of the sheave beam is closely examined for signs of stress and cracks or any corrosion that might compromise its strength. Elevators are heavy, right? And these beams need to be in top condition to handle all that load. Then we have the general steel structures, which are used in everything from skyscrapers to bridges. These include the columns and the beams and the other load-bearing elements that are made of steel. You won't see too many of these in Florida, but these structures are incredibly strong. But they also need regular inspection to ensure that they're not being weakened by external forces, especially rust. In Florida, rust is a big concern, especially in buildings near the ocean where salty air can accelerate corrosion. Inspectors will check for rust, particularly at the joints and connections, as well as any signs of weakening in the steel. If left unchecked, rust can seriously compromise the integrity of the structure. And, well, last but not least, let's talk about steel joist roof structures, which are quite popular in Florida, especially in those commercial buildings. These are used to support the roof of the structure. The joists are designed to span long distances, supporting the weight of the roof and anything that's on top of it, like air conditioning units, solar panels, or even that extra heavy Christmas decoration your HOA keeps reminding you to take down. But inspectors will look at the condition of these joists and check for signs of bending, of rust, or any issue with these connections, which are really important, especially, the connections. Since the roof is your building's first line of defense against the elements, making sure the joists are in good shape is absolutely crucial. Now, let's talk about the inspection process for steel framing systems. The inspector will start looking at it visually, like with his eyes. Now, looking for obvious signs of rust, of cracks, or any other type of damage. But it's not just about what you can see. Sometimes the real problems are hidden beneath the surface. That's why inspectors might also use tools like the ultrasonic testers to detect issues inside the steel itself. Each type of steel framing system has its own little quirks. So it's important to know that the inspector understands the system in your building before he goes out there and checks it out. For example, the inspection of a pre-engineered metal building might focus more on the connections between the steel members, while an inspection of the steel joist roof system would pay closer attention to the joists and the supports at the points. As we mentioned before, one of the biggest threats to steel framing in Florida is rust. Buildings near the ocean are especially vulnerable because of the salty, humid air. Rust can weaken steel over time, turning what was once a strong, sturdy building into something that might not hold up in a storm, or even under its own weight. The key here is early detection. If rust is caught early, it can be treated and the steel can be protected, extending the life of the structure. But if it's left unchecked, it can lead to serious structural issues down the road. So whether your building has a steel framed roof, a pre-engineered metal structure, or steel supports throughout, regular inspections are absolutely critical. These inspectors are not just ticking a box. It's about just ensuring the safety and the longevity of your building. Just remember that steel might be strong, but it's not invincible. Regular inspections and maintenance are keys to keeping your building standing tall and rust-free. Easy peasy. I'm Greg Batista. I'm a 30-year plus veteran in the construction and engineering industries here in Florida, and I have a passion for teaching what I know to property managers, building maintenance engineers, residents, and homeowners associations. For more free advice and access to more videos, on LinkedIn, click my name and then follow. And on YouTube, click subscribe and ring that bell. And remember, if you have a question on something going on in your building, just ask G. Batista.